want to talk about skills that translate, and in a good way and a bad way, from real shooting to airsoft.
I have no skills.
That's not true. Plenty.
I've seen that cringe too when we're at spawn standing around. Some kid's like, "Oh, something's wrong with it," and he's like pointing it at all of us. I'm like, "Dude, like barrel down." He's like, "I know, but I'm looking." I have it. It like makes the hair stand up on the
Yeah,
back
I
of
hate
my
it.
neck.
I hate
As soon as they go, go,
Yeah.
it's like, all
Yeah,
that goes
everything-
everything pointed at everybody. Let's shoot you in the face. Before they're like, hey, man, you're pointing it at my foot, man. That's too much.
Be careful.
It's just being prepared for everything, not necessarily apocalyptic situation. Just
Right.
being ready for everything, and just being sharp, keeping your mind sharp.
And I can't even see.
That's just guessing.
I'll be shooting colors.
That's why we paint everything orange.
I
You
shoot
can see it.
sound.
Yeah.
This is how I shoot.
Sound?
Yeah, it's sound.
You're
If you
bad.
hear it,
When
if
it
you
goes
hear it
dark,
ding,
yeah,
then you just keep pointing
then
it that
I
direction.
just know it's that direction.
If there's no metal ring,
no,
you just
then
move.
I know. Yeah, I just.
but I mean, it's all training is training, and it's all good for us. No matter what.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think you're getting way more out of it by learning to move, learning to function, learning to like point and aim. And
What's up, guys? My name's Trevor O'Connor. This is Jason and Scott Riley. We are the All Out Boys. This is podcast episode number 2.
getting started.
What do you think?
On the go. Let's do it.
That's the last time I have to do the intro.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna
Why?
work on it. I gotta think
You
about
see that
it.
energy? That
Oh
came-
yeah, there's a lot of energy.
You got to do that.
It's a little over the top, but it's a lot of energy.
but then when you watch it, it just looks
doesn't
like
feel
normal
that
energy.
way. Right. It's like your show voice. Good for you.
When I learned early on in radio was, if you think you sound excited, you sound boring. So you have to almost be.
Really? Oh,
Like
then
Jazzercise.
I'm going to be boring all the freaking
So if you think your level's here, you need to be.
Yeah, it really is. It does for
Step
some
it up.
reason on video and through radio, it doesn't translate. The energy that you're putting out doesn't.
Doesn't
You
seem-
really have to.
pump it up.
What do they think they can just walk around out there?
No, what's going on out there?
I have a dog.
Do they not see the on-air light?
Hello,
We're so
people.
professional.
All right. You have topics.
Yeah. I want to talk about skills that translate, and in a good way and a bad way, from real shooting to
Mhm.
airsoft.
I have no skills.
That's not true.
I've
Plenty.
seen you.
But
You do pretty well.
there are definitely some positives and negatives to both,
Sure.
right? And I know a guy just posted a video just the other day. In fact, it might have been yesterday, about the negative things of airsofting. If you are into real stuff and real shooting, how the bad habits will come out in airsofting. Which also, gets another whole talk about kids getting started in airsoft that I want to talk about a little bit later also. But mostly, right now, talk about adults doing airsoft that also do real stuff. What's your guys' thoughts on positives and or negatives?
Well, for one, I think that you definitely. I'm guilty very much of not using my safety in airsoft anywhere near as much as I should.
Yeah.
Because I'm shooting plastic BBs.
I don't do that.
But if I should be making a conscious thought every time that when I'm going to move, I'm going to flick to safe. The problem is in airsoft, it's so much easier just to always be ready. But when you're running around with real steel,
Yeah, that's bad form.
having-
But there are like real guys that like do real stuff that
That
say,
never
"Hey,
have
this is my safety
Yes.
thing," and like, don't worry about it at all.
that's where you and I differ a lot. You two are safety queens.
I am.
Anytime you're not actively pulling a trigger, you
Yeah.
are.
Yep, safety's
you're
on.
on safe.
Yep. 100%.
But it does. I
the
feel like it
other
does
side.
hurt. Like
And
there
it
are
does.
moments when I turn a corner, that extra little split second makes
If you
a
could be
difference.
pulling instead of clicking.
Yep,
Yeah.
it makes a difference.
I am the opposite. I'm one of those guys that believes that my
Yeah.
finger not in the well is my safety.
Is safety enough?
for sure.
Even, and I'm guilty of it with real steel too. I feel like I'm very safe on the range. I'm never pointing. There's no.
Right.
Even if my finger is, if I'm not on safety, my finger's not. I'm still very conscious about
Where your barrel's
where my
pointing.
barrel's at and what's going on, or who anticipating what someone might be doing moving. But I think you're either one or the other. Hardcore. Like I don't think there's a big mix.
I don't know. I feel like when we first started, it was
First started
Airsoft. It was like barrel down, like safety on, off,
It was
on,
over
off,
the
on,
top.
off. And it was like significant because of doing that with real steel. That's like constant. I'm still that way, but definitely not as bad. I have gotten like more relaxed with it. So now like when we walk back to spawn and we go back or anything like that, or I'm walking back after I got hit, I have it down, but I don't flip the safety on. But then if we're like all standing there, like safety's on, and there's multiple times where I've gotten out or just before I'm getting ready to go shoot somebody and I forget to flip the safety back on. And then I'm like, safety.
Missed that shot.
I'm like, well, I'm out. And then I go back. So
It's a weird thing.
It made me think for a second. What part of the difference may be is you guys are big time hog hunters, which means you're usually walking in a line with a lot of guys.
Yeah. Or upland hunting or waterfowl hunting where you're in a pit with a whole bunch of other dudes. Like there's a lot of things.
So that
going
safety on, safety off is almost Bible.
It's got to be.
It's burned into my memory.
I come from a different side of things where most of my shooting is either I'm not a combat vet, I'm not a military guy at all, but I'll say combat style shooting, where it's more moving forward for a reason.
Yeah.
And that reason is, either to clear something, protect something, or eliminate a target through airsoft. And then obviously through training. I used to be an actual bounty hunter. Didn't just play one on TV all the time. And I think in situations like that, missing that safety click could be the end of you because there's a possibility.
It does make a difference.
Sure. Well, because there's a possibility that
Yeah.
the guy on the other side of that missed safety didn't have his safety engaged.
Yeah.
And
It's just where do you draw that line? Like where do you draw the line of being safe?
I think
and like having it ingrained of having
I think
the
I
safety
draw
on?
it in if I was hunting in a group, I want everybody on safety.
Yeah.
Well, even like when we hog hunt, pretty much most of it is all at night. So especially when we go thermaling in the truck, you can't rack it out in the field because it's too loud because we're walking out. Yeah. So we're in the truck in the dark trying to be quiet, not have any lights on. So you're racking one in the truck and then trying to make sure normally it's like take your phone and like look on the side, make sure like safety is on, everybody's safety
Or right
on.
outside the truck.
Or we're outside the truck.
Before you get
before we get
like
going.
walking, yeah.
So then safety's always on until we're walking in a line. Then when we get ready, we spread out, fan out, and get ready. Then safety off click, and then
you're walking right behind other people in the dark.
And that's what I'm saying. In that situation, I want everybody to have. I want to be in control of everybody else's safety at that.
But is it any different than QCB work, CQB work, where you're walking right behind somebody else and you're moving and you're swinging the barrel around? If you were doing real stuff with real steel type stuff,
to an extent.
I mean,
to an extent,
lots of flagging going on.
Because in a CQB situation, you should only be working with a team of guys that are tried and true in that situation. They're not shook. They're not, it's not a bunch of guys that came out for a weekend hog guide.
Yeah, that don't do this on the day.
This is probably the second time this year they pulled out their gun. I want that guy on. I want Bluetooth safety in my hand.
It's like the driving car when you're like learning to drive and they've got the brake.
They got the brakes.
I was like, I'm gonna break you right now, buddy.
Stop.
Yeah, safety. Everyone's on safety. But in CQB style situations, I don't want to die.
Get shot in the back.
No, I don't want any of my guys to have safety on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to peek a corner and the guy that's protecting the long on me over here has his safety on and the guy pops his head out that way.
Yeah.
And the time it took him to click safety off and get ready, that guy already shot me.
Yeah.
I need to be able to trust the guys that I'm in a situation with that they're all gonna,
for sure.
Is it possible that one of them will shoot you? Yeah. I mean, all over Afghanistan, I'm sure people got shot, friendly fire.
it was quite a few years ago, hog hunting in Texas. I had a guy walking behind me that I thought for sure, like, oh, man, this guy hunts a lot. He does this a lot. He does tactical training a lot. And we were going after a wounded hog, and we had to be ready. Like, hey, this could go down at any second. It was not in the dark at that moment. Thank
but
goodness.
if he pops up from some
but
brush,
he tripped, and he fired, and it landed. I mean, it shot a foot from my back of my ankle. Scared me to death.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, nope, we're not doing that again.
But
like,
see, with those,
I'd rather get run over by a pig than have
but here's the thing,
someone ready with a
you can't
with a
trust
round.
those guys in a situation because if you're going to be in a tactical situation, you should never be in that group that's not all trained together, not all, if I don't trust you 100% with my life, I'm not going to be in that situation.
It's not going to work,
Yeah.
But in a hunting situation where you're hired to be a guide,
unfortunately, you're in that situation.
I mean, you can only
just have to deal with
mitigate
people.
danger so much.
And you don't know what these people are doing on a day-to-day. Are you actually practicing every day? Are you just telling me to? Do you just shoot at a piece of paper every day? Like, whatever. Yeah, you don't know. But it is interesting. Accidents happen all the time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, safety, 100%. My Glock doesn't have a safety, though.
I will not run safety on any of my pistols.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I mean, just the travel and the trigger, is all the safety Glock, has. But yeah, it's back to keeping your finger out of it and don't pull the trigger until
if your
you're ready.
finger's not in the well,
yeah,
it's the same thing all the way around. And if your finger is in the well, your safety is off, no matter what.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, I think no matter what, finger out of the out of the trigger guard is definitely.
I mean, that's 100% of the time.
But
unless it's time to,
I think you're back to trusting the people that you're with, and knowing where they're at and what they're capable of and what they're not capable of.
But it's such a crazy dichotomy because bringing up pistols.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
If I said everybody got their safety on, we're gonna work through this.
There's no safety.
Everyone would look at me like I had 6 heads. But as soon as you bring out an AR,
right, then you have to have it on.
Then everybody's like, safety.
Right.
Why?
Right.
If you have proper trigger well discipline, your finger should never be in the well when there could possibly be any danger whatsoever to another person. Just like a pistol, it should always be the same.
Okay, so you're doing really, really tight work and you're trying to scan rooms and whatever, and your finger is still outside. You're not at least in there being ready on the trigger to be Johnny on the spot when you pop a corner.
It depends.
So are you doing that airsoft?
Here's the thing. If we're clearing going forward, my team is with me. Everything on that side is bad.
Yeah, and we need to be ready.
Okay. So if I'm the second guy, if we're in a stack and you're peeking the corner, my finger's not in the well standing right behind you. Because it does no good. Because if something happens and you go and something, let's say they fire a shot and then you lurch back and I'm right behind you and I'm like, ooh, boom. And I shot you in your ass, even airsoft, still.
Yeah.
But if I'm the front guy, my finger's in
For
the well 100% of the time.
And I was thinking about that, and I think when I level my gun, like it's one thing, like if we're in a stack and my barrel's high or my barrel's here, the high ready or the low ready, and I'm trying to move, I probably don't have my finger on. But as soon as I bring that, push that gun forward, at that point, I prep that trigger. Like,
right.
Especially on a real steel, like I'm going to take some slack out of that because I run double stage triggers. So I'm taking a little slack out. Like I'm ready.
Yeah, if my gun is up,
my finger's ready to go.
Then I'm in a situation that I'm expecting to have to fire, whether it's airsoft or anything else. And that's where it comes down to, are the guys you're with, are the guys you train with, can you trust each other to move? And that's a big thing. And that's a big part of what we attempt to work. Usually early when we go to airsoft, the first game or two, we'll say, let's try to work on this. And that's why I'm always saying, all right, for this, you're 1, you're 2, I'm 3. You're making the, you tell us, you guide us.
Right. Well, what also brought that up too is watching some videos. So watching the helmet cam, I noticed there was a couple times where I'm even like looking long and like looking at a corner, and the guy that's on 2 is in front of me, all of a sudden he like jumps back, and all of a sudden now I've just like basically stuck my barrel
Right.
in someone's back. And I'm like, oh crap! Like I was looking down here, wasn't quite ready for you to just go, oh shoot, to get back, but my gun was level. I had my finger on the trigger, safety off. Like it might have even been firing just before that. You know, it's like, man, that can happen fast.
One thing in those situations that we have to work on as a group, and that's a big piece of it, is either using comms or using our voice. If we're stacked on a corner and you're looking at the angle and I'm looking at the long over here, if I'm behind you, I should be communicating.
Right.
I'm right behind you. I got the right side.
Yeah.
I got the right side. Or no, I mean, just if you can hear my voice and you know that I'm right here.
Kind of gives you some situational awareness.
Right. Now, if you're peeking an angle this way and I was with you, but you have no idea if I'm still with you, and something happens.
Right.
I don't have any, I don't have any trust that someone is covering me, so I'm probably way more apt. Or a simple hand. I mean, unless you are actively in it.
Right.
You know, if the guy's in front of you peeking, a simple hand. I do it all the time. I don't know if you guys feel it, but I always put a hand out.
Right.
Normally, when we go up to the door or something like that, and if you're getting ready to go in, or you're getting ready to go in, and whoever I'm behind, I'll put my hand on your shoulder, or I'll tap the back of your vest, knowing that I'm there.
I'm with you right here.
I'm here. Like if you're going in, I'm going in.
Right.
No matter what.
It is so. After watching video, it's just bringing so much stuff to light that, you know, even though we are super, super careful, there's so many times where, like, even when we'll cross, like, be scanning one, and all of a sudden you'll just, I'm going, and then you go, and my barrels, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta like drop my barrel down. You know, it's like, oh shoot, he just crossed me to run this direction or whatever. It's just, things happen.
Taking it back to your beginning
fast
of this conversation, that's where the bad habits cross over.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we're not so worried about plastic BBs.
Right.
Getting shot with a BB versus
and that's what this guy's
round.
point was. You know, he's a big influencer and all that, and he was saying, like, you know, you end up pushing things because it's not as dangerous.
Right.
It takes the dangerous level out of it, and like, oh crap, I could actually hurt somebody or kill somebody here, and it creates habits that are not, you know, not good because this doesn't feel as dangerous.
I would really,
and even pushing wise, like, which I get in that habit all the time. Sorry to interrupt you on that, but I get to where I'm like, I don't care.
You go.
I just go.
He just wants to go
Like,
in
I just
there
want to go.
and
Like,
go into the fire.
I'm always like, all right, let's work as a team. We're working as a 4-man. We're going to do this. And we push up a little bit, and then Jason goes, boo! We push up. That's why I always try to make you the one.
Yeah.
Because I want you to be responsible for the 4 guys behind you.
Well, keep up.
Because I'm going to run circles on this map.
In your mind, you've got clean air.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Yeah, you got clean air, so you're ready to get on the gas, and we're behind you. The key is for us all to alternate being that one, so that we learn to bring the team, set the team, move the team.
Well, I know it's a bad habit of mine. I want to be in the game. Like, I don't care if I'm getting shot, which is a bad habit for real stuff.
That's the thing with Airsoft.
You know, because I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just want to be in the game. I want to be having fun. I want to be shooting. Like, if I'm not pulling the trigger every other second, fun. Like, nope, we got to go find something to shoot at.
Why am I in the same place for a minute and a half?
We talk about this a lot. We would not be doing if this was real.
That's the thing.
That's the problem.
You are such a like completely Jekyll and Hyde guy. Because when we have
real, awesome.
No,
I'll say that.
When we have real steel out, when we have real steel out, you are the most.
Thank you.
Like focused. This is the objective. This is what we're training. We're sticking to this. Yeah. This is how we're going to do it. Don't vary. Don't step weird.
And
don't
uber safe.
Don't make it. You know, if we say we're going to go here, do not vary from that because everyone's in danger. And then as soon as we get to an airsoft field, you're like, let's go.
For sure.
It's fun because that's what we all want to do.
Right.
Yeah. I would be very, very interested to set up some games, milsim style games where you can have 5 mags. They only have 30 rounds.
Yeah.
But if you get hit,
you're out.
You're out. And you have to just go sit on the sideline.
I've seen ones where you get shot and you lay there.
Or lay
So
there.
then like if
Now
you're
you're an
working a
obstacle.
corner, now you're an obstacle. Now people
Yeah.
are trying to step over
over
you.
you.
And
There's
stuff like
a
that.
few videos I
At
saw.
98 degrees, I'm going to go sit in the shade.
There was a few I saw.
Unless I get
that
shot
they
in the
do
shade.
that.
I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh,
that-
I'll just lay here.
I'm good
You want to
here.
have a pillow?
I wish I had my camel pack.
Could you be here sucking on my straw?
A bunch of those videos that I see, like
Right.
when they play in Europe and stuff, they do the same thing. It's like when you get shot, they just sit down and they're down until.
Well, just think.
That's it.
Just think if it's a 7-on-7 or a 10-on-10
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it's
it's
a
totally
big
different.
field. But okay, here we got 10-on-10. Let's say we were at Fox and we're playing the whole field, and it's 10-on-10, but it's either to accomplish the objective or 1 hour. And if you get shot,
Yeah, you're out.
you're out. Now, how much safer are you going to be working through a game?
Do you
want to be out?
especially if you're
Bet your
friendly
ass
fired
I'm not
out
running
also.
through. Yeah.
Dude, I on video last game, I friendly fired like 4 or 5 times. And I mean, I called myself out. And
Right,
even on the
yeah.
one video, I'm like, yep, that was me, dude. Like, I'm out. I'll take it for you. Don't worry about it.
Well, how much does it up your communication?
Ups everything. It just, it raises
It
the
does.
level of
And I
everything.
think that's the type of airsoft that we need to be working towards. It's what we talked about before. It's what I talked to
We'll get there. Yeah.
the Forge guy and the Howlers. And there's some things. It's gonna take some time to get it worked out. But games like that are tactical training.
Yeah.
Games like we play. I mean, if there's a stepdad and his 3 12-year-old boys,
Right.
you're not going to get top-notch training out of the situation,
No.
you know. And sometimes it's us 3 and then 5 people that are all in jeans and
And they just want to hang out and spawn,
yeah.
which happened
Drives
a
me-
bunch last game.
Yeah.
So then we're playing
Last game was awful.
basically 3-on-10 on the other side, so
Yeah.
we're just getting shelled. But I think the training comes in more when we can pare down all the variables to true objective training.
For sure. And and there just has to be that line of like, hey, we're gonna really, really focus on some training, and then we are just gonna go yeehaw and just go have a great time
Right.
and just try to shoot it up.
What we need to do is pick games,
And I think we kind of
and
do.
stick to it. Like we're good at like the first 5 minutes of a game.
Yeah, and I do need I need to reel myself back in, and I think about that a lot. I'm like, dude, I would not. If this was real deal, there's no effing way I would be running in here
Yeah.
like this.
We're the opposite, which is so weird because our personalities aren't such. Like my personality is 100 miles an hour.
give a shit, let's
with
go.
My ass on fire, let's go. And you
And you
are
seem to be more reserved. There's times where I'm like, I'll get shot twice, and I come back and I pass you twice, and you haven't moved. I'm like, why are you still here?
But I'm-
You're like, well, I'm shooting guys. I'm like, well, yeah, but from far away. Let's go
No.
shoot this guy at 5 feet.
But I will find a spot. I will find a really clean spot.
There's plenty of those.
that there's crosses where
Yeah.
when they're either moving to this side or moving to this side, but for them to
Yeah.
do it, they have to cross my line. And I'm like,
yeah.
this is the perfect spot to set up and protect or
And
mitigate.
I'm not saying that's not
risk.
effective.
Jason told me that too. He's like,
I'm like, you got marshmallows for this campsite?
What are you doing? You've been in the same spot for the last like 2 minutes. I'm like, well, I've shot 6 guys out because I have an open window here, 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 and here.
I get it.
And wherever they go,
Right.
and they're gonna go there, I'm gonna shoot them in the face, and then that's it. Then they're
No,
out.
I get it.
So
And I have spots that I'll go and like I'll camp, but then I'm like, even if I'm wiping people out, in my mind, I'm shooting them too far and it doesn't hurt as much. So
you wanna get closer.
I want to stick the barrel
See,
on their butt cheek.
Yeah.
And I want to let it eat.
I look at it as every round is real steel.
Yeah.
Like if I can
Well,
reach
that's
them,
probably not a bad way to think.
if I can reach them from here, this is a great spot for me because I'm
sure.
I'm picking off the cross traffic, and it also, admittedly, I get very irritated by the speed softers, and so
Yeah.
I will find
That's a whole nother topic.
I will find a hidey hole.
Don't dig in that too far because that's another topic I
Yeah,
got.
I will find a hidey hole
And just wait it
that
out.
I know because we know how they run a lot.
Yeah.
I'll find a spot that's not in their direct route, but I have
Right.
like visual lines that I can see
Yeah.
to. So it just helps me.
Especially if you get like 2 doorways, get in a corner where you can have a doorway and another doorway that's
Yes.
open on the outside. Especially if you have a window, so you can see them coming through that window. Be ready, so when they cross that, you're already
you see
got
where
BBs
you
on the
see
way.
him start to run. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
He's start laying them down.
right
Start
there.
sending them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think back on the other, like the topic of bad habits is I get we have sights and everything on ours, red dots. There are so many times you can see the BB fly out of there. Dude, I'm not looking down my sight.
That's so weird.
I'm the worst of all of us,
I am,
trust me.
because you get down on the gun in a normal, what we're shooting. I mean, you want your face buried on that thing, and you're holding down, staring down at.
That's
dude,
how I've
I'm
taught
like
you
this.
to shoot your entire
my
life.
whole life, and it is like
hurts my feelings.
And
that
every
you're saying
time
this, right?
I know, and every time I put my cheek down, I'm like, okay. And I'm watching the BBs like going through. I'm like,
but let's add the piece of realism to it. When we're shooting real steel, even if we're wearing helmets, we're not wearing big old goggles. We're not wearing a mask,
and
we're not
all
wearing
that
all
other
this
crap.
stuff. Because when I'm down on my AR, I can get down on it.
More so, yes.
Yeah.
When I have airsoft gear on and I have a full face mask, and because I don't like get hit in the face,
Yeah. I like.
by the time I can get my cheek down, I can't see
Yeah.
this far.
And
It's
you're
really
almost
hard.
like cocking your head sideways, and I'm like trying. And I even have mine's a 2-inch riser.
Well, and
Yeah.
but
On
if,
my-
I went to that also.
Yeah.
but if you like,
just-
like I love a short gun.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give me, and I'm tucking my stock in as tight as I can. And by the time I get my stock tucked in and everything pulled close, there is no way
Yeah,
I'm getting
you
with,
can't
No, you
get
can't.
down on it.
with headphones, a helmet, a mask. It's
You
just,
can't.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like all the real operator guys or whatever, you know, they all shoot risers and all that stuff. And I think without all that stuff, it feels awkward as crap.
Oh, yeah.
Like I feel like I have to like lift my head into everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when I'm, you know, have all my crap on,
It's
it's
completely
absolutely
different.
needed.
Completely
I
different.
totally agree.
like
but
running with just a helmet and a riser on is great.
yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah,
It's-
'cause
it's
it's
when you
not in
add
the way.
everything
Onto it.
Like when I add 2 inches to
away
my
from
chin.
your face.
It's just it does
Yeah,
it throws it off big time. But that's why with the riser, then I'm just right. But I still unless he's like just quick around it, where I have my gun like super compressed and I just come around the corner and I just
Hammer.
someone's right there.
Yeah.
I don't aim obviously.
Yeah,
I
no.
just point the barrel and let it go. But
Shoot.
any other time, I do not pull the trigger unless I'm looking through that freaking sight and I'm watching it fly through the thing.
Thus,
Good for you.
Jekyll and Hyde.
That is not me.
Captain sprint through the field,
Yeah.
but I'm going to look through my
I
sight.
do look for this little bitty little
Yeah,
glass.
I'm a
the
run.
tiny glass that you're trying to look through.
Like Forrest Gump this course, full speed, but every shot's coming through.
Yeah, but I'm looking right
Yeah.
down that thing. But that is also like
How does that
massively
dichotomy work?
ingrained, dude. I mean, I can run through like on real steel the course, shooting anything under 25 yards or whatever.
Oh, you're
you don't
using-
need sights. I get it.
Oh, you're looking down.
Yeah,
you're
point the
Picatinny.
barrel, and as long as it indexes where you think, just let it eat, right? And that I can do that. That's fine. In fact, I shoot my AR that way a lot. Just run through it and just point it side, cant it a little bit sideways and just shoot it without any sights at all. That's fine, and I can do that. But my face is down on the gun. I'm still like in it, and pointing it the way I feel like it should be pointed. But then again, it translates to shooting shotguns. It translates to shooting all of our hunting rifles and all this other kind of stuff, which not that ARs aren't hunting rifles also, but it just translates. And from day one, our old man was like, dude, you better put your face down on that gun.
Put your face down on it.
You're going to get your, get a boot in the ass if you don't, kind of a thing. And it just feels wrong not to.
Right. Oh,
And
I agree.
it does. For sure. I know I'm like, this isn't, you're doing it completely wrong. But I still, you can see the BB fly.
But time, effort, and energy.
yeah,
say,
and trying to look
I
at,
can just use the rounds as tracers.
yeah,
and
right.
Get
And that's-
myself dialed in.
And that's kind of where I'm at, is because I'm like, I'm watching a thing, and I know like my red dot on my HPA is like where I put the red dot, like it goes. But still, it's like I'm watching one. Boom, boom.
But now you're shooting multiple rounds. Now we're
And-
back away from getting towards real stuff. Like you don't want to be sent. You can't be sending tracer rounds of 223 down there and like looking where they're going. And
Well, no.
you can't be doing that.
Because when we go and shoot real steel, then I'm
Then
down
you're
on
buried
the gun.
in the gun.
I'm buried on the gun. So
This is back
So
to
is it
back
always-
to the correlation of,
right, but
of which.
the
you know?
I guess the big question is, should it be 1-to-1, no matter what? Everything you do here is everything you do here.
No, because it is still a game, and you still need to have fun. And there, I think that the conclusion of all this for me was that it was there's a time to train, and that's where like what you were saying earlier. Like when I go to the range, I'm hardly ever going there to shoot rounds. Like I'm going there to go work on something.
Right.
I'm gonna go work on my trigger. I'm gonna work on my draw. I'm gonna work on moving. Whatever that is, the rounds are just have-tos. But I'm not going there to shoot multiple rounds or whatever. I don't really care.
You're not just standing at a table.
So, but I'm going there with a mission or with a purpose. So same thing when I go to the airsoft field. You know, we might go, hey, let's work on this today as much as we can. But yet it is still a freaking game.
Right.
And we do it enough to where I don't think it's that hard to do both. You can go and have your head off the gun. You can be a little lackadaisical with your safety and whatever, because we do it so much of both that I don't think they translate that close to where we're gonna mess up and say, oh crap, because of airsoft now I don't have my safety on.
I don't think so,
because it doesn't seem to work out that way.
No,
just watch your mic just a little bit.
Am I getting too close?
No, you're
getting too far.
Yeah, you started to lean.
Really, I feel like with the airsoft, it's again, it's a toy.
Yeah,
it's plastic BBs.
I have two different gears.
Yeah,
for sure.
and then as soon as I pull out the real deal, then it's like, okay, this is legit. Like there's no fuck up.
Yeah,
like,
there's no whoopsie rounds.
No, there's no like whoops. Like I can't. I better not do that again. No,
right.
It's I think more so like obviously the airsoft is fun and we still use it as a platform. Like we use the real stuff as a platform for airsoft. So we're still doing some of the same stuff, but I feel like I don't think there'll ever be a moment or time, and I know I won't allow myself to do it, to go back.
Keeping yourself in check all the time,
it's always keep yourself in check when you're messing with the real stuff.
I do think there's so many more benefits to where I could say airsoft is definitely going to benefit a ton of people. You know, we talked in a couple podcasts ago about, you know, people not being able to practice moving with a firearm or something like that. They're forced because of where they live. They don't have a range like I have to go play with it. We can go run around and hide and get behind cover and all this stuff. They don't have that option or that luxury on a day-to-day. So they have to go to a range and shoot it from a table and all this stuff. So this gives you the next closest thing.
Right.
And I think just, you know, a lot of things that I work on with people when they come out is they don't know how to move, even to like if they were to go lean on something with a rifle. You know, like how do I hold the gun?
How am I going to brace?
How do I get my body in the right position to where I can look down the sights? And, you know, all that kind of stuff, you can all do that with airsoft.
Well, and how quickly do you figure out that you're only a left-handed shooter?
Oh, fast. And actually, that changed me from airsoft. In fact, I've been preaching for years, which
ambidextrous shooting. Yeah.
I had to eat crow big time because I was like, no, man, just shoot with your dominant hand and work around, not, you know,
going
switching
on.
No. After shooting airsoft, you got to switch.
Yeah. You got to be able to switch hands.
You got to shoot both hands.
Yeah.
Because you're leaving too much crap hanging out.
I never shot left-handed ever, and I've even like tried it at shooting with you. And you're like, all right, left-handed. I'm like, I mean, so goofy. And then airsoft.
You have to.
You're gonna get shot if you don't.
Well,
you have to do it.
You start shooting offside corners, you're gonna get your face shot.
Yeah.
I'm very guilty of staying left-handed. Unless, I mean, you really have to force me right-handed. And part of it is I don't like my HPA hose that I have right now because it
pulls.
It's a coil hose. So when I bring it across, there's enough hose for me to work.
Tension.
But there's tension, so I'm like, eh. But I will always look around to see who I'm grouped with, and I'll be like, I'm going to work this side. You're a righty. Catch that angle for me, and we'll work together.
There's multiple times where I know I'm comfortable, so I'll like move to this side, and Jason's like, we're on the wrong side. He's like, you need to get, and I was like, and we'll switch because I'm like, yep, right hand, okay, left hand, sorry, my bad, and then we'll switch positions. But I mean, either way,
it actually, if we can figure it that way to where it's every other person,
right, left,
so
right,
when
left.
you both come to doors, like you're already pointing on your dominant side, it actually is really, really effective.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't like switching hands, but you have to.
Yeah.
You know what it is for me? It's teaching myself the opposite, like, because I'm really good left-handed peeking corners or pieing a room. When I go right-handed, for some reason, it's just like, duh. Here I'm coming through the door. I'm so bad at it. Like, oh, God. But left-handed, man, I can keep everything so tight and I can work such little areas.
Yeah.
I'll get to the point where it's like when I switch to my left hand and I don't feel comfortable like getting around a corner or a door and like having it shouldered and going, like I'll have the stock up here
on my
and
hip,
now
yes.
it's like and I'll like lean all weird. Yeah,
Shooting
stupid.
from this compressed.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like what are you doing?
And the scope's like this far from your eye. You're like, if this is a real guy, like
you're getting eye scope bad. But
so this is more of those some of those bad habits. But
yeah. I think, I mean, really, all in all, like you went back to saying, like guys that don't do it and they just go to the range and they're not used to moving, go play airsoft.
Yeah.
and go there with the right mindset.
Yeah,
and if you're going there for training, you know, hey, I'm going to go there. I'm going to work like this. I'm going to grab a Glock replica.
But also understand you're going to get shot by weirdos just running around.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to just disconnect that whole part of it and only
That's
think
not what I'm
about.
here for.
I'm going to make sure I can work forward. I can work corners. I can pie rooms. If I move 5 feet and get shot, great.
Yeah, you're going to get shot either way. But at least you're going out there knowing like how to move with a rifle, with a pistol, lean up against the wall, lean on a barrel, lean somewhere, get down on your knees, moving around, shooting through stuff,
through doors and
across.
windows.
Yeah,
that's
like,
hard. Like when people don't realize that either. When they come out to the range at the ranch, having multiple things in front of your face that you have to shoot through like a tunnel.
Yeah, and you're like you've got to like distance everything.
F's you
yeah, when I'm shooting 50 yards out at the ranch, but I'm shooting from 3 feet behind a wall that only has a 12-inch cutout in it, and now you've got to re-gauge your depth perception.
Yeah, because your eyes want to focus on everything else that's going around it versus once you get into there, and then you can focus across the way.
But that also, especially when you're running AR or rifle, that's where you really get good at keeping your damn cheek down on on your stock, and your focus
looking down the barrel.
Your focus is your sights, not anything else.
Everything
like you see
around.
nothing but what's going to happen.
Where the barrel's pointing.
Yeah,
I guess like your peripheral, everything around you, like you see it.
You fade it out.
Yeah, it's almost like when we run on the course, and I mean it's the same thing. It's like I see it all. I know it's there, but my mind is focusing on the one thing that I'm targeting at. Now
I could clock that I saw something move over here.
Now airsoft, it's different for me. Like I look at it a little bit different. So I know like everything is around, but I'm also focusing on everything else around because there's so much movement going around and running around.
Because you're going to get shot by a 12-year-old asshat who's
across the way or one dude over here. So I'm like constantly like, I'm not focusing on the one dude that I shoot because I will know he's there, bam, bam, shoot. And I'm like looking and focusing everywhere else because there's so much going on.
Which in reality, when we train real steel, we should be as cognizant of what's going on. But when you're working through depth perception issues, airsoft is a great spot because a lot like where we play, there's spots where I'll be in a room and there's a window here, there's a sliver of a door here, but through that door, another 20 yards ahead, there's another tiny gap that people use. And so now I've got 3 different depths of field that I'm looking through. And if you don't train at it, I mean, all you're going to do is shoot the wood jam of the door right in front of you and ricochet yourself all day. I mean, we've all done that where you think you've got it indexed and you're like, ching, woo.
Yeah. You hit the window right in front
I'm
of you.
like, where's that coming from? Oh, me, because I just shot the wall.
Just shot myself.
Am I out?
Does that count if you shoot yourself?
It's friendly fire.
I don't even like myself. Wasn't friendly.
Doesn't count.
Yeah. So, I mean, that part of it's huge.
So,
and I don't think anybody gets that training.
That benefit is definitely worth it. And I think it comes down to mind. I think all of this comes down to mindset as a big picture. You know, how are you going about going from one to the other, or transitioning back and forth, and what is it that you're working on? Are you going out here just to play a game? Are you going out here to train? Are you cognizant of bad habits?
Right.
Like, okay, yes, I know I'm coming around these corners. I know I don't have a safety on, because it's even if I'm not doing it, it's on my mind all the time. Whenever I flag somebody on it, I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, I'm shooting everybody. you know, but it's still like, oh, like it makes me like, oh crap.
How many times do we all do it when we're at spawn? We'll be all standing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing that gun at you.
Or we'll all be barrel down, safe. But then there's 8 guys that spawn with us, and they're
holding it sideways, and it's pointed right at my face. I'm like, dude, I'm like barrel down. He's like, oh, it's just a BB. I'm like,
I know,
dude, but like
from 14 inches.
Yeah, dude. So
in my ear hole,
cringy for some reason.
I don't know. I have that cringe too when we're at spawn standing around. Some kid's like, oh no, something's wrong with it, and he's like pointing it at all of us. I'm like, dude, like barrel down. He's like, I know, but I'm looking. I have it. It like makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
I hate it.
As soon as they go, go.
Yeah,
it's like everything pointed at everybody. Let's shoot you in the face. Before they're like, hey man, you're pointing it at my foot, man. That's too much.
Be careful.
But the second I'm gonna shoot you right in the nose.
Right.
You know,
it's just different.
I know.
It's just totally different. But even when you cross, like we go to the door wrong or whatever, and we're like, oh, we need to cross. And there's not like we're so tight. There's not much room to drop the burp. I mean, it's just tight. So you end up just like crossing. And then I know, like I swag, I like flag through your legs or whatever. I'm like, oh, that was bad form. Yeah. I'm like,
but
does it really matter?
But in the real world,
you're gonna be doing that.
You're gonna do it.
And it goes back to what you said.
That situation ever
making
in the real
sure
world.
the guys that you're with, you trust them with your life with a firearm in their hand.
And when are we doing this? When are we really doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
What are we waiting for? Civil War?
Yeah. When is this?
Because that's really the only time we are going to be in a situation.
I don't think we're raiding a building anytime soon.
I don't see any of us getting drafted.
No.
Maybe him. He might be young enough.
He's getting there.
36? I don't think that.
No,
like,
it's too old.
It's too old. They're like, no, dude, we don't.
So we're not getting drafted.
No.
Like, there's no reason.
So there's no reason. Although the closest I can get to, which is back to hog hunting in the field, we all have full-on ARs. We're all doing this in the dark. We're all stacked on top of each other. We're all running comms. That's the closest thing I can get to, and that's a pretty unique situation. Yeah. So most people are not doing this. So, and we're creating that bad habits. Yes. Is it a situation you're ever going to be in with a real gun?
Probably
not.
And if you are,
then some situations.
all bets are off.
Yeah,
at that point.
I was going to say, if you end up in that situation, really, I mean, it is all bets are off. Then you're shoot to kill at that point. But I mean,
I have zero expectation to ever have to clear an entire building with you guys.
No, neither do I.
If you called me at 2 a.m. and we had,
I would love to.
I'm going
for sure.
I'm going.
This is going down. I need you guys.
We'll deal with the repercussions later. But I have zero expectation that would ever be it. Yeah. But are we ready for it if it does? More than most.
Think so. Yeah,
it's still good to have that in your mind. Like, okay, if this were to ever be a thing, it's just being prepared for everything, not necessarily apocalyptic situation, just being ready for everything. And just being sharp, keeping your mind sharp. It just keeps you sharp about everything else you're doing also. It keeps you thinking about all the things that could happen, how this could go down, what am I going to do, that red light, yellow light situation, am I going to hit the gas, am I going to hit the brakes, what am I going to do when I come to that situation? It just keeps that mind going and thinking about all of it.
The sharper you're keeping yourself in every situation, not even just firearm stuff, but just being situationally aware.
Just being aware of everything.
Watching the guy mow the lawn in his Tevas.
Yeah, and he's mowing to the edge of a thing, and there's a bunch of rocks. You're like, chance of that whipping a rock is pretty dang high. I should not be standing right here. I might get whipped.
It's and I think that helps. It helps you start to create puzzles in your brain that you're like looking all the way across. What is real danger here? Is there there is real danger. Oh, okay. It's not like I'm going to get shot, but we're working on a roof today, and we know that some of the shingles are loose. So what am I going to do? Am I going to be willy-nilly in my tennis shoes up there, or am I going to, be paying attention to what's going on?
It's just being.
It's all across.
Sexual awareness is just good to have all the way around. And I do notice after like some really intense airsoft, the next day, even the wife will be like, dude, you're constantly looking at everything. Can you just like settle down for a minute? I'm like, well, what if there's a guy behind there with a BB gun now? What if I get shot? He could hide right behind that. He could be hiding
underneath that.
Have you been shot with a 6mm piece of plastic before?
It's silly, and it does take me a couple days. I do kind of wind down. Not that I'm still not pretty situational awareness type of guy, but I do notice it's a higher level right after we play.
Yeah,
which is interesting, but I don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way.
I wouldn't
even driving home. I'm like,
oh, the car. Well,
like
the car could have
it's
swerved
just
over.
like looking around, like,
Oh,
okay.
there's someone walking. Then
Your
there's a
brain
little bit of a
needs to-
slope, so he could like tilt to the side. He
Yeah.
could like walk off, and then this car could like hit him and
Yeah.
some Final Destination type crap.
it would be very interesting to have a conversation with someone who is either active duty or retired and say, hey, what do you think of airsoft as far is it LARPing? Is it like you guys are a bunch of cheeseball LARPers and it's like super not cool?
Geeking out.
Yeah. Or are they like, it's as close to action as you're going to get.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard from the closest to people that I have access to talk to is, hey, man, everything helps.
Right.
Do the best you can. If you're doing it with the right mindset, it's got to be helping.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only so much civilians can do. There's so much we have access to. So we're being proactive and going after it and working on things. We're trying to do what we can do. That I don't know how that can be scoffed at.
Yeah. And we get more trigger pulls than 90% of the police training,
Oh my
anything
gosh,
that goes on. Yeah,
No,
I mean, we get from real steel to airsoft, we get more trigger pulls than just about anybody I know.
I know
For sure.
actively
Yeah.
I am training way more than the police department in my area.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Even when
I've even asked.
Well, it's tough
I
because all
actually
6
asked
of them
the guy-
have to be on patrol at the same time.
I asked the guy the same
Probably 7.
same thing that a friend of ours that we know, and he said, "You shoot way more."
Yeah,
than
unless
I
they're
do.
like,
and I do it for
unless
a
they're on a
living.
TAC team
Yeah, no, that's different. Yeah,
where they
they're on a
have
SWAT team or something
Yeah.
of that nature. And we do have a SWAT friend, and he does train a lot more, and he's very, very good.
I can say I definitely outshoot probably 85 to 90% of my cop friends. And I can't even see.
And that's just guessing.
I'm shooting colors.
That's why we paint everything orange.
I
You
shoot
can see it
sound.
now.
This is how I shoot.
Sound?
Yeah, sound.
You're a
If
bat.
you hear
when-
it, if
when
you
it goes
hear
radar?
ding,
Yeah.
then you just keep pointing
then
in that
I
direction.
just know it's that
If
direction.
there's no metal ring,
Then you just
then I
move.
know. Yeah, I just figure
Go
out
pop,
where it's
pop,
at.
pop, 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 ping. Oh, back, right. It's like radar beep,
stud
beep,
finder.
beep, 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 beep. Okay, right here. But
I think we should be able to make glasses that show what our vision is to each other, and we have to shoot with what we can see.
that would be interesting.
Dude, that's Jason and I, which is very funny because I am colorblind. I struggle with it. It's hard to see. One of the hardest things for me is tracking blood on the ground.
Oh, because it looks it doesn't look.
When we will walk through and he's like, "There's blood right here. There's blood right here." Where?
You're like, oh, okay.
And I was like, "You sure?" Yeah. Do you not see it? And I'm like,
Everything looks brown.
"No." And he's like, "Dude, how do you track
you have to
anything?"
move your hand around, see if it gets wet.
Yeah. I'm like,
Definitely blood.
Stick your tongue
Yeah.
out. Oh, yes. Here we go. Here we
He's
go.
going that way. No, I was
This
just,
is a 200-pound boar hog heading southeast at about 3 miles an hour. Wounded on the left front foot.
Corn fed.
Oh, cornfed.
dude, it's a struggle for me. It is hard. So that's why I just want to drop them at the feeder.
That's
or drop
why-
them right where they are because I don't want to
Or find them with thermal.
That's
Or
why
thermal.
I need thermal only.
Oh, thermal's the way to go. Yeah, that is
Dude,
the only way.
I want to have thermal just walking around.
oh, hell yeah.
I would see so much
You
better.
gotta play with some of the thermal. Dude, thermal is it. Shit cannot hide from thermal.
Well, dude,
man.
at your house, when we shoot like pistol at 50 yards, I can see the orange, and that's it.
Yeah.
I could not tell you the shape of the. I mean, I've
Just
walked
see a
up to
blob.
it and I know it's there. I can see that right there is some orange.
That's good enough then.
I mean, if you can just enough see it, it's enough to shoot it.
You don't want to be in the same color shirt. It's bad news.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all training is training is training, and it's all good for us. No matter what.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I
think
think
so.
you're getting way more out of it by learning to move, learning to function, learning to like point and aim and reaction shoot a little bit. There's so many other qualities that you're gaining.
Well, and
from
understanding weight and move. Like if you're wearing a tack vest, it's a lot different than just running the course with your pistol with nothing on. if you're wearing a full battle belt and tack vest, throw a helmet on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And most guys don't ever get that. So, I mean, airsoft is another way. You get to put full gear on. I cheat and wear light gear.
Cheater.
100%. You guys wear full
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys wear level 4
Yep.
and ceramic helmets.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I try to figure out a way to make my plastic bump helmet lighter.
Dremeling, thinning it out, cutting more
Drilling
air
holes
vents.
in it to get vents through it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But just being able to, I mean, it's different to move with a full tack vest on and
Hard.
just trying to get things and understand.
100%.
And it's hard running because I run that one vest I got is like a
Body armor.
and not a plate carrier. So when I run full body armor, like
Your shoulders are,
you can't like cross your arms in front of you very well. So trying to like,
Mm-hmm.
really compress your body, you can't do that with that. With a plate carrier, oh my gosh, whenever I put my plate carrier on, even though it's heavy, man, I'm like, whoo, I got all kinds of movement, but
And I know some people say like, why the hell do you do that?
why not?
But
That's
I
the
mean,
answer is why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, honestly, like, what if say for something shit went south and it was like, hey, I need to grab my helmet, my plate carrier, and then you put it on and the first 30 seconds you're winded and you can't move around, you can't shoot with it, you've never shot with it
that's
on.
me at
like
30 seconds after I get out of bed.
with shorts and Crocs on.
yeah.
Ooh, gotta slow down.
Like, dang, these things are heavy. When are they going to make a light version of these Crocs?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, weight, there's a difference for sure. Now, I mean, by the time my airsoft loadout is, fully loaded, it's not that much lighter. I mean, it's lighter, but not.
Yeah.
I'm still carrying a bunch of weight that makes me
Right.
realize how out of shape I am.
And I think a lot of it's just the cumbersome of it. Like, you don't realize how
That's
your
the
stock,
important part.
Especially if you have buckles come down to your plate carrier or whatever, that strap, that padded strap, it takes some extra room there. You just don't realize how it all goes together. And that's where we are constantly changing everything.
You think you have everything right where you want.
This is perfect.
You come home and you're like, oh, if I put this here and and then you go out and
It's perfect. And you're like, this does
fucking
not
sucks.
work.
I couldn't
You're
even reach
peeling, ripping stuff off, pulling mollies out. Yeah,
I couldn't get to a
100%.
single mag because I
Yeah.
I had a flashlight right here.
Yep.
And I put that I was like, oh, it's a little flashlight pouch for that. Well, then I go to transfer from right hand to left. It's like, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go up and around. I'm like, that's dumb.
Nope.
Yeah.
A flashlight. That's all it was a flashlight.
I have the O light that
Yeah, the clips on.
that clips onto the vest.
You, like, rip it off?
And I had it. I knocked it off twice from taking the gun and picking it up, and it was like boonk, and
And it's like right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was like right here. You just practice without
It's
a
in your
shirt
index?
on, with like a really cold day, and whenever it brushes, like, ooh, I gotta go out and around. Just extra practice.
Yeah,
at
indexing
home.
with anything right across here,
Yeah.
you have to make sure you know. Like I run my pistol here,
Yeah.
but I also have to know if I'm going to change
you gotta
hands
push forward a
that I
little bit.
can't drag
Drag it,
across.
which you shouldn't be dragging anyway. You should be pushing and moving back,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It just gets back to the differences of real stuff to fake stuff. But the last part of this that I want to dig into, and this might be a little deep, but
Ooh.
kids playing airsoft. If they are a younger person that does not have access to real stuff, their parents aren't teaching them how to handle real guns and all this, and they're out there and they are literally playing draw in the yard, or at the staging area and pointing their gun at everybody's faces. And if they choose to later at any point, well, I guess the first question is does this cause any mental issues like dullness of desensitizing, which I think so.
Well, here's the
And
springboarding off what you're saying. As a young kid who maybe doesn't have access or doesn't have someone who is willing to sit down and explain and talk to them about safety and understanding this doesn't equate to the real, like,
yeah,
this is a
got to be that distinction.
You're shooting BBs, because when does it become video game like in their head to where they've walked around and shot?
Especially when you're communicating and you're talking to someone like, oh, dude, I'm going to shoot you right now. I just shot you. I just blew you up. Like, that's as desensitizing as it gets.
Well, then when they get a little bit older and they don't have that person that is watching over, making sure, protecting them from themselves, because kids are kids, and once they're desensitized to something, they don't. A trigger pull is just a trigger pull.
Yeah,
and it's easy for them to cross that line. I mean, we've joked about it before, where we're sitting, out in staging, and we'll look around, and you're like, oh my,
yeah, like that one scares me.
that one,
That kid scares me.
yeah.
Like he just has no qualms about pointing gun. Like,
And they've got that like 10,000 foot stare. They're just, and you're like, ooh, those are shark eyes.
yeah,
There's nothing behind that.
I mean, they do at Fox Air where we play. I mean, they do birthday parties. They do all of that stuff. And there was a couple groups there that were, man, I think those kids were 12, 13. And they were there with their mom. And there was like 4 of them there. They don't own any airsoft guns. They don't have anything. So they rent everything.
Right.
And so they're rentals, and they go in and they pick them up. And I could see them, same thing at staging, where they're
It's a close thing they've
down
ever
the
seen
barrel,
right now.
swinging.
Yeah.
There was a kid that did that.
He
I
looked
think
down-
I have a BB stuck.
Yeah.
You're like, dude,
Not
no.
anymore.
Like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
You also don't have an eyeball stuck.
yeah. So I don't know. It's just, I think that could. I mean, there's
It certainly could,
So
it
right?
could go
I have-
way right, or it could go way left.
I
You
have
no
concerns
idea.
with that, but way less when I see there's a parent that brought him there, and they're like overseeing. They stayed with them, and they're like, Billy, stop it. At least I'm talking about the like 15, 16, 17-year-old kids who are coming in like some weird ass Soviet bomb, like
cosplay,
cosplay, and they've got this whole like, they sit over with their one friend in staging, and they're both like almost silent, just
staring
waiting.
at each
They're
other,
like, we get it, go.
like rubbing their gun.
Yeah. Like those are the ones that I worry about, because it's
Yeah, for
almost
sure.
like they're actively
Thinking about it.
training for, And we've definitely looked across and been like,
Oh, there are.
Oh, that kid's
there are some
fucking
weirdos
creepy.
there. Yeah, for sure there is. I don't know. And
so
then,
does it breed? Is that a training
I have
ground?
no idea.
Is it a
know.
desensitization
right?
area
I would
for kids
gotta
that
be.
for a kid that already kind of has that
not quite
like
all there.
loner, like me against the world mentality, and now you're giving them the ability to go out in this field and practice.
Kind of interact it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's scary.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I was curious. I didn't really have a whole lot of
I'd
points on it.
rather
I just
not
was-
think about that. Like
You just-
I don't want somebody to.
You
do
don't
it,
want to.
but
We don't
no.
want to see the news and go,
Oh, I know that.
Shit,
kid- I
we
told you
played
that
with
kid
him.
was-
Yeah, for sure.
And that's
There's
where
a
you
couple
just-
kids that are ingrained in my mind that we play. Like, I don't remember if they were on our team or another team, but they were near us in staging, and I'm like,
You creep me out, dude.
I'm gonna just make a very good mental picture, and if I see you in a public area looking the same,
Probably gonna leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
should there be
I don't know.
an age limit on that? But then we're talking about more government
Yeah,
regulations,
we're talking about being
and
regulated.
I hate regulations. I really do.
It just comes back to parenting, right? You
Yeah.
got to hope that their parents are paying attention to their kids,
Right.
giving them some kind of direction, giving them some type of boundaries, hoping that there's instilled some morals and some things that are going to transfer over through life of airsoft to driving a car to all these things that they're going to do.
And if you have a teen and they play airsoft, but they're also walking around in fatigues, and I mean, if your kid's creepy
on a day to day,
Yeah.
like not just at
Yeah.
games. Okay,
they're starting to get that weird. I mean, it sounds shitty. It really does. But I have kids. I have nephews, nieces. I have extended family. I have friends that have kids. And if your kid's freaking creepy. You know it.
Yeah.
Like there's no, you can
Just
lie
get
to
a feeling,
yourself.
You're like, oh.
You can lie to yourself and be like, oh, he's just working. If your kid is creepy.
or
And
somebody
that's scary.
else's.
Or somebody else's kid. And
Yeah,
you
for
should
sure,
be,
you can tell.
there should be at least conversations that are going on, or limiting situations where you're like, oh, he's a loner and all he does is play Call of Duty when he's at home and Airsoft when he's not. And now he's wearing all the gear around.
Or a trench coat.
Maybe we should Maybe we should think about a few things.
Let's have a
But
couple talks.
the other thing too is like we weren't allowed to have video games
Yeah.
at the house. Like we
growing up.
we weren't allowed to. We didn't. Like if we were, you don't be inside. You're outside doing something, working or playing outside.
It wasn't necessarily we couldn't have video games. There's just
No,
there's
it
other
was
crap
just-
to be
there's
doing.
other
Don't be
things
wasting your
to
time.
do.
Yeah,
playing
and see,
games.
that's where I'm at. I never had a video game console.
Growing
I've never
up.
played a video game till I was an adult.
And I do
Yeah.
Which
too.
I think is
yeah,
good.
like now I have a PlayStation 5 and I play Call of Duty and I enjoy it and it's fun. But I didn't do it when I was a kid.
Right.
And I feel like, the kids nowadays are, here's your tablet. Go here.
Do you want
It's
to
like
put on a
go-
movie?
It's like
Go
a
do this.
pacifier,
Yeah,
right?
it's like, here, just get the hell away from me. Go do this. And then they get into this, like stuck into the video games and all this stuff. And some people will say, well, oh, he's not harming anything. He's just playing video games. But then some people will look at us as we were kids. I mean, when I was 9, I got a single shot 20 gauge shotgun.
Yeah.
And then I got a 22 and we were shooting rabbits at 10, 11 years old and we were trapping and we were doing like all of this stuff that was hunting and doing that and shooting. And we had
But
guns
understanding
growing up.
the
So
use
some
of
people,
hunting and the right way to use a gun.
But what I'm saying is that some people will look at us and say, oh, you're
Just as
your
bad.
your
Or worse.
parenting hood, like your parents.
That was bad parenting.
That was bad parenting.
Right. See, now I'm on the other side of that coin. Obviously, you guys would be too, where I would much rather have some country kids with guns than have some city kids who live in Call of Duty and live in, acting out things that they can't do. Whereas you get some country kids with guns and their dads always already got their foot in their ass, making sure they're doing it right, doing it safe, understanding what they do and how they do it. But
So it's just like,
Those days are gone though.
yeah,
I mean,
they are gone.
yeah, your house is the last refuge.
the last resort.
Seriously, like your house, in my world, your house is like the last.
Stone Age still.
No, it's like the last grasp at being able to really do things right or do things in right or wrong.
Right in our opinion,
Yeah,
anyway.
in our opinion, it's like, oh, you can go there and learn to do things the right way and understand safety. And all of us are going to, we'll put a foot in each other's ass if someone is,
for sure.
is not right or doing something. Or if we brought out a younger person, everyone there would be in a parental mode, like overseeing what's going on, where now it's just, fine, Timmy, here's $400. Go buy the airsoft gun you want if you just shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, go here. Oh, here, I bought you the yearly pass. Just go.
Yeah. It's just back to parenting. It's back to, making time for your kids and showing them things. And, I took the kids and, even our kids, I took everybody everywhere to do everything.
Yeah.
Like get your hands on it.
Well, and
Like,
talking.
Go figure it out. Like I'll go help you. I'm gonna show you this and then you work it out. Like you have to figure some of this stuff out.
Critical thinking, problem solving.
Work through it yourself and the safety things and, and then, the whole thing, Jordan Peterson, I think says, kids should do dangerous things carefully.
Right.
And I am such a believer in that. When we were younger, it was do dangerous things dangerously.
Right. Now it's like do
And
dangerous
figure your
things.
crap out.
Yeah. And if it didn't work, then you know not to do it next time.
Do dangerous things slightly less dangerously than I did. Yeah, I have 4 daughters, and I mean, obviously we raise daughters slightly different than you raise sons, but even with all 4 of my daughters, our big thing has always been, you got to allow them to bump their head.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to allow them to train wreck their life, but I'm going to allow them to bump their head, and then I'm going to allow them to feel the sting of a bad choice.
Yeah.
You know,
Got to.
you don't just go rescue every single. No, sometimes you just got to let them sit in it for a little bit, and for lack of a better word, embrace the suck
Embrace the suck.
and learn and go, whew. Because I think
Probably
too many.
shouldn't do that again.
Yeah, too many.
You're going to learn way better than you saying, don't do this because it's going to be bad.
Right. They're
Oh,
like,
well, screw
I know
you. I
better.
ain't going to be that bad.
I know better than you. Oh, you're old. No, I think that's what teaches kids critical thinking and problem solving, is allowing them to bump their head into things.
Yeah.
You know, you want them to be independent, not too independent, but independent enough that small things they can figure out and work through, and things that should be escalated to management. They know when it's like, I'm in over my head. But kids these days, I don't think there's a lot of interaction between the parent and the kid in that level.
Then it's just a rescue.
It's all transactional
from the parents
right.
too. Once and then they're in a wreck and it's so bad,
right.
then the parents come in, let's get you out of this, let's go whatever, and figure it out then. Well, if they would have had a little bit of guidance and a little bit of preparation, this one wouldn't have been such a big deal.
Right.
But they don't.
Yeah, parenting has become transactional.
It's different.
It's all money in, money out. It's what do I have to pay to keep you out of my hair? What do I have to, it's transactional. It's not, they're not raising kids.
No, not anymore. I mean, I can't even count on hands and toes between all of us of times where Jason's like, you'll figure it out. And then come back and he's like, well, did that work? Nope. And he's like, well, you're probably not going to do that again.
Remember when I said that's not going to work, and then you argued with me, and I said you'll figure it out? When you hear me say you'll figure it out,
just like, and the one time that I remember was we were at the ranch.
These are always fun. I always like these stories. Like when I was a kid,
which lesson did I teach you that I don't remember?
What was this?
We were at the ranch and we were filling up Jason's truck out of one of the fuel tanks.
Oh,
his dually,
the hatchet.
Yep, the hatchet story. And we had throwing knives and we were using the hatchet, and there was a bunch of logs that were right next to the fuel tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of tossing it over to the side, and then he pulled up and it was right on the other side. And he said, dude, do not throw that. It's going to bounce back and you're going to hit the handle and it's going to hit the truck. And I was like, no, I can do it. As soon as I threw it, sucker hit the handle.
First throw.
Bounced back and hatcheted right into the side of the
blade
dually, into the truck. Yep. I mean, hit.
You couldn't even just get handle for the first lesson.
No.
But
it literally blade right to pretty much where he was filling up, right on the bedside. And he
perfectly wrong.
And he looked at me and he's like, you have got to be kidding me. Are you
that stupid?
I told you that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you were right. You did tell me that. My bad.
I don't think I did anything, though.
Did you say no you didn't?
Because
that's what I would have said. Yeah. No, you didn't.
No, he should have. But I had
snatched you up.
So many of that. And then now that I was 14, 15 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 36 now. I still remember it to a T of what happened.
You could describe how many pieces of wood you were throwing the hatchet at.
And now if anybody were to pick up a axe and throw it and something was in the way, I'd be like, I would not do that because I've seen it firsthand. So it's things like that it's like, dude, like you got to mess up. It's an experience. And I have, dude, thousands of things of crap like that. It's like
it's because you were doing things though.
And I was doing stuff. We were always where we were hunting, fishing. We went
to do everything
everywhere,
dude. If you're 21 years old and you have no scars, I'm worried about you as an adult.
Yeah, I don't know. Comes down.
I mean, there needs to be some experience that happens. You have to be out in it.
Yeah.
And it's funny that I say that now because I rarely leave the house unless it's, for something.
For a latte down the street.
I mean, they deliver.
But there's just like that. Like, I mean, there's buddies I know that are, 35, 40 years old, never broken a bone, never had stitches, never got hurt, never did. I'm like, what'd you do in your life?
The majority of those guys, not all, majority of those guys don't know how to do anything.
And that's the thing. You look around and you're like, if the shit hits the fan, who are the 5 people that I want near me?
Yep.
And they're not on their own list, much less my list. I need a guy that has done some dumb shit and had to find his way out of it, knows from pain, knows from experience. Because even if we don't know how to do it, as a group, we've all bumped our heads enough to go
figure it out.
Well, I was thinking this, and you're like, well, no, I tried something like that, and it was okay. Well, let's hybrid that and figure it out. Right. Whereas with one of those guys, they're like,
oh, sounds good to me.
Okay,
call somebody.
Yeah,
I'll call someone.
Uber it.
Dude,
or DoorDash it. Or
yeah. Well, I mean, I do that a lot too. But
back to that whole. No, we were not going to go back there.
It goes. It does. It goes back to. I mean, I have quite a few friends that call me. Hey, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm like, dude, it's a screwdriver. Screw it in. You're done. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, how do you get through your day?
Righty tighty.
Like, dude, like, what are you doing? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm like, do you know how to do anything at that point? Like, what?
Yeah, what do you do?
How do you get through life? You've never picked up a drill before?
Yeah,
do you own any tools?
Like, is there nothing that falls off the wall?
Yeah, like what happens?
I
call a handyman.
Yeah,
like, dude, like, I don't know how you get through it, but
there was a guy who was saying, he's like, I know how to do crap because I grew up broke. We didn't have money to pay nobody. He's like, so I had to figure that shit out because I couldn't afford it.
Fix it yourself.
That's how I lived my whole life. Yeah. I didn't have any money until like less than 10 years ago. I was poor.
Ramen noodle poor?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like stealing like ketchup packets and stuff like that?
Oh, if they didn't lock the little cabinet underneath the condiments, I had ketchup.
Making tomato soup.
Tomato soup coming in. Yeah.
See, Lisa gives me shit about that all the time because I always give the kids crap because I'm like, oh, they got everything they want.
Whose kids?
Lisa's sister's kids.
Sister's kids.
Yeah, the niece and nephew. I'm like, you guys have electric this, toy that, PlayStation this, and I'm like, you guys get whatever the hell you want. And then Lisa looks at me and she's like, oh, really? You didn't have what you wanted when you were a kid? Now,
we did not go without.
We did not go without. We, as a family, we did well because we had the construction company, and yes, our
and
family,
you could hunt and fish.
Yeah, we did well, but the things that we had, we busted our asses.
It came with a price.
It did come with a price. If you wanted something, we got things, but you worked your ass.
And it's
to the bone.
interesting to see how other people deal with that. Everything is disposable to others, where you're like, that's still good. Or make the best with, this is what I have, and this is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to take care of it, because if I don't, I will have zero. And you watch a lot of people, and they're like, oh, I bought this. It was $1,000. Oh, it has a nick.
Good job. We'll get a new one.
Buy another one.
Just order another one. Just do this.
And there's things in our life now. You were really bad about it, or good, however you want to look at it. If it's remotely, nope, I don't like that. I'm just gonna go get another one. Well,
I'll get another one.
It's this. I'm just gonna get another one. But
we're
you're an adult now. You can do what you want.
We're 2 against 1 on that.
But I have the
Scott
money
and I
to
are like,
buy.
I'm the minority on that.
Yeah,
deal.
Scott and I are like, okay, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to try it.
But you're
I
also
might
adults.
like it.
Yeah.
I may not like it.
Well, I do that on Amazon. That's why I shop Amazon, because I'm like, I play with it. I'm like, nope, that sucks. Take it back.
I do that with not Amazon.
I do
I'll
that
do it with everything.
I do that with expensive things.
Yeah, for sure. And
Like
I
a
do
dummy.
too. And I'm like, I don't really like that. And we'll buy this one instead. But I'm
But you didn't grow up that
I'm
way.
36 years old. I'm an adult. I make my own money. If I want to spend it how you want, spend it how I want. That's what I do because I made it.
And we do weird things as adults
for sure.
When you have adult money and you didn't grow up with adult money, like your family had everything that you needed.
Yeah, we didn't get allowances.
Maybe not anything that you wanted, but everything that you needed. And then you get to a point in life where you have real adult money. I remember growing up, I had like a pair of shoes. It was like one pair of shoes, and that's all you had. And then there were like, when I first got money, I probably bought like 35 pair of shoes, dude. Like there's no less than 30 pair of shoes in my closet. A pair of shoes for any occasion, anything possible. And a backup to what might be needed.
Oh yeah. But we are.
But now I crossed that mountain, and I'm like, I mean, that was cool that I could go, if I wanted a pair of casual dress shoes to go to a party, I could just go buy the pair of casual dress shoes. Whereas my whole life it was like,
that's all you get.
These, and they go with
But that's pretty much
these.
all you do now anyway. It's like, I
Crocs.
have a pair of Crocs, and I have this color pair of Crocs, so I can wear these Crocs with this
But see,
sweatpants,
as a
and these
kid,
Crocs with this sweatpants.
If this was me as a child, there would only be one pair of Crocs,
One pair of
and they
Crocs.
would have came from Kmart. They wouldn't even be Crocs. They'd be
Kmart sucks.
They'd be like Ox.
I mean, we had
Missing the sea?
We definitely had what we wanted.
Yeah.
But it, like Jason said, it came.
You didn't
with
break it.
A heavy
Oh,
price.
Yeah.
gosh.
If you got
broke
something and you
something.
didn't take care of
Oh.
it,
Dude, if we broke it, shit hit the fan. You were. In
I put
trouble.
a scratch on a muzzleloader, wooden muzzleloader in Wisconsin. We were crawling through the nastiest crap, and I was young. I don't even know, little, young, whatever. And I put a little scratch. I mean, you had to look at it. Oh my!
and it was wood, so you
gosh.
could have sanded and finished it out real quick.
Oh, I still remember that one. That was horrible.
You destroyed
yeah,
this piece of
yeah. Anyway,
So,
But yeah.
I mean,
but
it's
you took care of your crap.
we took care of it, and we had what we needed and what we wanted, but we worked for it. And I feel like nowadays it's just like it comes down to the parenting, where the parents don't want to deal with their kids.
Right.
And they're just like, nah, whatever. Like, here, this is what you want. Like, okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
you broke your iPad?
Go ahead. Here.
I'll
And
order
it's just
another one. I
like-
can't have you sitting here bugging me.
It's like pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed.
Yeah.
And then the kid's like, okay, well, I'll just figure it out myself. Like, I'll just do it, and I'll just do what I want, when I want, how I want. And there's no discipline.
Well, and then you see
At this
those
point
kids
anymore.
grow up and try to go into the workforce.
And they're like, dude, you ain't going to make it a day here.
Well, and you watch these young kids are out of high school and they have 5 jobs in 6 months.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the
Work
ability
ethic.
to work through.
Oh, it got hard. I quit.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, my boss is mean to me,
They wanted me to work like 20 hours this week.
and I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling like it.
Didn't feel like I wanted to work, but he still thought I should be there.
I saw on social media earlier this week, and I don't know how I end up on these weird sides of like TikTok, but there's like a whole movement in this. Is it Gen Zs that are
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Wouldn't even know. But anyway,
time blindness? People that are applying for jobs that are trying, like when they're in the interview, they're like, I need accommodations in the morning because I have time blindness for scheduling. Meaning they have a hard time getting somewhere on time or coming back from lunch. They may be 10, 15 minutes late. Or they're scheduled at 8 a.m. and they show up at 8:30 because they have this time blind. And I'm like, all right, now this would work if you have time blindness on both sides of that clock. So you're scheduled from 8 to 4. Your time blindness doesn't allow you to show up until 8:30 because you had to get a latte, you had to do this. At 4 o'clock, how come you still don't have time blindness?
because you do all these other things that you want to do on time. Is that what you're getting at?
If I want to get off work.
Oh,
So I have a hard time getting there at 8:30.
Okay.
But at 4 o'clock, I know it's
on the nose.
I gotta go.
I'm out.
My stuff is already packed. How does that work?
Yeah.
You know how it works? It's because they're full of shit.
I mean,
That's how.
If you truly have time blindness, showing up at 8:30, but then at 4 o'clock you should still be elbows deep in what you're doing and be like, oh, I'm just trying to finish this before I go, not like packed up at
I like how we come up with
3:45.
these other like time blindness, all these other like definitions or words to define somebody
Disrespectful
being and lazy. Like it's just,
I cannot imagine
I have no idea.
at any point in my life where I had a real job that if my schedule was 8 to 5, that I wasn't there at 7:45.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, like
Yeah, ready to
making
go.
sure I got everything. I'm good to
yeah,
go.
all my personal crap is done.
Right.
I'm ready to give my time to you.
My computer is
when
already
it's set.
on.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start work.
Yeah.
Not like running in at 8:15. Now I've got to go to the kitchen and make a coffee and do this and get a bagel and come back. And by the time I sit at my desk, it's 9:10, so I've already stolen an hour. And then I'm going to be late from lunch, so I've now stolen an hour and a half. But I need a raise because I'm working so hard.
It's like, working construction. You're in your piece of equipment by 7, but 6:30 is safety meeting. So you still have to be there. All right, well, I got to be there by 6:15.
Yeah. Right.
And I do think that's a little gray for me. Like if you are there, they are requiring you to be at a safety meeting and it's at 6:30 or whatever. They should start paying at 6:30. If you're required to be there for something for them.
Sure. Well, no, that's 100%.
I do think you should be paid for every minute that you're there if you're doing their stuff.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Whatever it is they want you to do.
You do not owe volunteer minutes.
No.
But you also don't get to steal minutes.
No.
In a real world, everybody is responsible enough that if I had to show up at 8:15, I'm going to let you know, hey, something came up. The only time I can do this is right before work. I'm going to be there at 8:15, but I'll stay till 4:15
to make up some time.
So that, everything balances out. Because what I've learned, especially through COVID, is it really the only time that you can do work is from exactly 8 to exactly 4?
Depends on what it is, but probably not.
So I work.
Yeah, time is time. Yeah,
I work as a consultant now, so I get a job or a project that comes up. They have no idea what time to what time, or
as long as it's done.
They show up like there'll be a we need by date. And when they go and pull that project down on that date and it's done, they don't know if I did it at 2:00 in the morning wearing an Easter Bunny onesie.
I've seen that on you. It's cute.
Or if I worked 8 to 4, I understand flexible scheduling in that before there was a control thing, you had to have a manager, you had to have an assistant manager that, in an office space, there'd be the guy, his only job was to make sure that you were sitting in your cubicle at 6:59 with your hands ready to go. I mean, if someone's productive, they're productive.
Yeah.
But we can't do that because lazy takes over, or disrespectful, or self-entitled people go, oh, I can get away with coming in at 8:15.
Well, that's it. That's where it all started, was getting away with.
Yeah.
Getting
when
away.
you were a kid, you
and
got away with.
It comes down to parenting.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Back to the same thing.
It all revolves back to the same freaking thing of how are you raised?
Right.
This is what it comes down
and the less discipline we have, the more problems I see.
The less discipline we have, the 100%. More what can I get away with comes to.
I wanted to be really rude there, and I had to think about how
back it off.
Back it up a couple steps.
I
tell myself and I tell everybody, if it wasn't for our old man and my brother, I'd be a worthless turd. But I thank them every day for the beatings and the ass whoopings and yellings.
Does he thank you every day?
No, but I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. What time would you like that call?
Thank you.
Actually, I want gifts, like burritos, like, oh, hey, thank you today. Here's a burrito. Nice.
He's too freaking far.
I know.
You can't DoorDash it to him.
You can't DoorDash it, so sorry. You get a phone call. No, it's just like, I tell people that all the time. Like, I thank them for being as hard as they were on me.
I'm envious of that.
Because it makes me the person that I am.
I love to see you two together. I really do, because it's so cool to see a dichotomy of two brothers that are adults now and so close because of the way it came through. I was raised like a hyena. So it's just not there. Like, I have siblings, but it'd be amazing if all of us remembered each other's birthday. Because we were just raised so scattered and so differently that I don't have that person. I go, dude, because of you, I feel like, you saved me from bumping my head into a lot of dumb shit. I'm like, wow, I'm fucking lucky to be alive.
Lucky to be here.
But truly, it's awesome when you can see, and that makes me go, I'm glad that my daughters are all so tight. I love that my daughters have their own group chat just to talk shit about me.
Yeah, and looking out for each other.
Right, because
it
keeps them all where they should be. Like that. If they didn't have that, I would feel somewhat like I failed them, that I didn't allow them to feel comfortable enough with each other to help guide or balance each other out.
And it, for sure. And there are times where Jason keeps me in check.
When?
Even now.
When? Yeah.
When we're working on stuff or
his stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a little differently though.
Because he wants it done
when he was
right.
younger, I was like, I'll grab him. Now it's just, it's harassment.
Now it's
and I make that,
enjoyment.
oh
Yeah,
man,
it's more,
you can't get away with shit in our family.
No,
like
you
we've talked, we think we've talked about that, but if you do anything that didn't make sense, oh my gosh, everyone
you'll get
is
it from
blow
every
your,
angle,
and they won't let you freaking forget about
just
it
a dumb
all
mistake.
week. Just something stupid like, and then you better call it out. It's like Airsoft calling your hits.
Own
like you
your
better
shit.
call that shit now. Like,
Own it.
oh dude, I totally effed that. I did a bad one last year. I backed in. I had a low ride hitch on the truck, and I backed in to unload some crap, and I hit the concrete pad of one of the houses, and I chipped it.
At the
Bad
range.
form, was not paying attention. And before anybody saw that, I'm like, hey, everybody, like, I totally did a stupid, like, bad deal right here, like, totally bad.
I'm like, dude, like, this would be really nice if there wasn't a big
old
chunk
chip
of
right here. And
concrete
I still
missing
heard
out of
crap
it.
from it.
So
Totally good.
I
got it
raised
coming.
I raised my daughters with the term, you have to Eminem your shit. So if you remember from the movie 8 Mile,
yeah,
Okay.
he goes on stage for that last rap battle,
Okay.
and he goes first and says everything shitty about himself,
Oh, to make sure that the other person can.
and then hands the guy the mic and says, now say something. So I tell my kids all the time, if you fuck up, Eminem that shit. Like right
call it
now,
out.
mm-hmm.
I mean, and we're at the point where you like make it sound like it's even worse than it was.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I really made this bad.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, dude, it's not that bad.
and if you Eminem it, no one can come around and try to hold something over you or create this power struggle. You're like, what are you going to say bad about me?
Right.
Like yes, all of that was me, but I told you that, so you can't repeat it.
It's just, I think we keep between each other, and it's with anything, whether we're shooting or we're doing anything, it's like
Camping out in the airsoft field.
yeah, like, dude, you whiffed that one. And he's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, I know, I figured you saw it. And I was like, yeah, that was a terrible shot. Or I'll say it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I think having somebody that's like always, keeps you humble.
Yeah.
But we have the personalities
I
now
love
too.
when Jason runs by me when I'm camped out in Airsoft. He always has something to say on the way by.
Like, let's go, asshole!
Or he'll be like, are you still going to be here when I come back?
Can we bring you a snack?
What were you going to say, Jay?
Oh.
I think too, now that, with our mindset of how we are as adults, calling it out, but like we already like are so aggravated with ourselves. It really doesn't take a whole lot of, harassment or anything, because we already know. We're like, God dang, dude, that was dumb.
And that's when
I
you
can't
know.
believe I freaking did that crap.
That's when you know you're in the right circle of friends. When the friend that made the mistake feels the worst about it and wants to make sure that everybody either knows or learns from it, or instead of it being, oh, I made a mistake, my friends can never know that I have messed anything up in my life. And you see people live that way, where they like live this crazy false narrative where everything they do is good, and it's like the social media world. Oh, you only put up the good things. You only take pictures of things you enjoy.
Crop the video to where all the other crap,
where all the bad stuff that you don't want people to see.
Well, I even posted that video. I shot a guy really close, and then I got totally shot in the face by a guy that popped out around the corner. I posted it. I didn't even cut it. I'm like, this is what it is. Guy popped out. He made a great move.
Yeah.
And made a good shot. That's part of it too.
Yeah.
But when you have a group of friends or brothers, or your circle is that way, that you don't have to wonder, did this guy do something questionable that I don't know?
I'm going to call it out.
It's
way ahead of time.
I'm already in the group chat going, guys, I fucked this one up bad.
Look what I did.
Yeah. You guys think you're dumb? Look at this. Yeah, but I mean, I just don't think enough people have that kind of circle.
No.
Or I don't think a lot of people are mature enough to have that kind of circle.
I think quite a few people wouldn't want that kind of circle.
No, they push away from it quickly.
Yeah, they don't want to have their crap exposed
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think having that, again, it keeps you in check.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you go off the path.
Well, when you live in an echo chamber of only people that have the same ideals as you and only are going to tell you how great you are.
Yeah, you're on one.
You're
path
setting yourself up for
failure.
The biggest failures of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that we indirectly learned as kids. Like the old man was not praising. You could have done really, really damn well, and there was never a praise. It was, well, that's expected.
Okay,
you
we'll get in the truck. We've got other things to do.
Like, we're not going to say good job, not going to nothing. Just be like,
Right.
okay, well, about time you did it right.
Yeah.
Let's do something else.
We've got more to do today.
Let's see if you can do it again, kind of a thing.
One time I was racing, I took first, and it was a pretty big event for that race, and I ended up taking first, and the old man was there, and he's like, well, you
got the best rig. You practice all the time. You should be taking first.
You should be winning.
Yeah, but I noticed when you pulled back into the pit, you didn't even
do
maintenance on your machine.
Well, you could have taken that corner a little bit faster. I was like, well, what does it matter? I was in first. It doesn't matter. You could have done this better.
Yeah.
You could have done better. And it was like that our whole lives.
Yeah,
for sure.
So it really made you like, okay, well, there is no like, oh, he's gonna say good job. No, like, just freaking do good.
But you also know that that's a sign of a parent who cares.
Right.
And I think we learned,
instead of a parent who coddles and they're like, oh, you are the greatest.
You did you tried
you
so
are amazing.
well or whatever.
Trevor, you took last place, but here's a trophy.
Yeah. Back to that deal.
Yeah. So,
but I do think what I have learned now as adults, and as we're all adults, we did not get any kind of praise, but we're pretty good too. I mean, you're gonna get harassed big time if you jack up, but if you do something,
but you also get
badass,
high fived.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Dude, that was
crazy.
funny. Good freaking job."
And
dude.
that's the leap from our parents' generation to our generation was no praise, all expectation to expectation with some praise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's got to be a real win for praise. It's not just you
earned
showed up
it.
again.
You earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally went out of my way with Nathan the other day. We shot that one other team shot the video of us, and I got my butt handed to me. I made horrible video, and Nathan got stuck in the jail prison by himself, and he was wiping dudes.
Shot his way out.
Wiping dudes. I called after I watched the video. I was like, "Sheesh." I went out of my way, and I called him like, "Hey,
good shit.
I saw that video, dude. Good freaking job. You saved that because I sucked that one up big time, and you were cleaning
There's
house."
nothing worse, too.
When you're like, and that's fine.
When you feel like you're like,
oh,
come on, boys, follow me.
Pow!
I'm out. I'll see you guys back in there.
And then you're on comms like, where you guys at? Where you guys at? Oh, we just cleared the prison.
Yeah.
Oh, the prisons are. Oh, we're clearing.
We already won the objective. We're back. Oh shit. Okay. No, that happens too.
I'll be back here hanging out by myself.
Well, that happens to me a lot. I know. As I get bum rushing in there, and then I get my butt shot, and then I'm like, oh,
I love following you because you show me where everybody is, and then
Jason will run towards.
I can methodically work through the situation.
I will absolutely run right into it. Yeah. I just want to stick my barrel on somebody.
If this was a Hollywood movie, Jason's the guy that goes, "I'm gonna draw their fire."
Yeah.
Okay.
Just run through there like a wild man.
Something we talked about before when we were outside, just to kind of get us to maybe a little bit lighter note, is talking about product review type stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
one thing,
gear review kind of thing.
One thing we've all been working on over the last week or two is cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe someone who watches and also Airsoft has a better setup, but is GoPro the only way to go?
I don't know.
I don't know. I know there's a lot of different cameras out there.
The only other thing I've seen was the scope cam. The run cam.
Oh, the run cam
scope
cam.
The run cam 2. They have a run cam 2 and a run cam 2 scope cam, which looks really cool because it has like a reticle.
Right.
But then it just goes on the barrel of your rifle, so you get a few minutes of really cool looking shot. I guess that's really the only video people are interested in is the barrel shot. I'm interested in the POV view. from a helmet. But is GoPro the only way to go? And is someone going to build a cam that I'm not going to spend $350 to get shot and ruined?
Yeah, get somewhat BB proof. And yes, we're putting the GoPros in waterproof cases and doing all that kind of crap.
Yeah, I'm finding
I think it's okay.
I don't know. Mine broke.
But
was it in a case?
wasn't in a waterproof case.
It wasn't in the waterproof case.
It was just in the black.
It was in
plastic case.
Well, the black plastic case was. It's actually there is, which I noticed. I did find some of my adapters for my GoPro. I have a case that's a thinner black case. That's just like the case to
Mounted on
something. Then I had the thicker black case, which I ran. And then I have the waterproof case.
Right.
I had it in the thicker black case, and it shot and hit the LCD screen on the front that shows like power, video, camera. You can switch through the modes. Yeah, that's trash. Done. Yeah. So my GoPro, I don't even know. Like I tried turning it on, it doesn't turn on. I got my SD card out of it, and I'm gonna throw that GoPro in the trash. And
so it comes down. I mean, I don't know that anybody's going to build a lens that's going to be BB proof. It sure would be nice. You would think at some point they could. So it's really going to come down to who's going to build a case that's built for airsoft.
I feel like everything that we've used in airsoft, it's the sights, even the front guards, like you guys ran those. They get shot off and broke off. I mean, one good shot, it's gone.
Yeah, my EOTech.
Yeah, done.
One shot. Well, I mean, it was a great shot. I wish I had a POV camera.
Yeah.
Well, because I peeked the corner, and the only thing that could be seen was my hand, my reticle, or my EOTech, and my goggles. And guess what? 3 shots at the hand, shattered the glass on the EOTech, and then there's a shot here and a shot here on my goggles.
Got it all the way.
Got all of them.
Got all of it.
I wish I had the
Good for
POV
him.
of it, but guess what? Shattered the lens on yet
broke the
another.
lens.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, well, I get it's airsoft product, and it's, like my pistol is a SIG, and I have the SIG Air, red dot.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's cheaper, but then it's like, okay, so if we go spend, $400 or $500 on a real sight,
It's going to get the same.
I mean, it's going to get the same thing. It's glass.
More durable, probably, but
For sure,
yes, it's
but
still probably.
are you going to put a
breaks.
$700 EOTech on
No.
your airsoft rifle?
No.
And hope that a BB doesn't smash
That
it?
one guy was running a full, like a SIG LPVO on his, but he did have that flip up lens.
Honeycomb. Oh,
And he actually ran it up, like flush,
right up against
flush
it?
to the front of that, and so that it didn't like give. Because I had mine offset in front a little bit, and when it would hit, it would like bend backwards and snap off. Well, he had his like butted up to the front
So
of
it
his
was just
LPVO.
a piece of plexiglass.
Yeah,
right?
so it just like hit, and it was like solid, and it seemed like it held up a little bit better. But I thought about this, because of the smaller sights we have, like a Romeo style sight, like the smaller lens. They just
the
don't-
run you're running now.
that you gave me. It's small, and it just doesn't get hit as much because it's small.
Surface area.
Yeah, surface area. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna get like a thumb cam. That's what I ran last time. A little bitty lens on it, whatever. And I thought, well, this is small and harder to hit, which I still think is probably true. But dude, you couldn't see crap even compared to that was in 4K compared to an old the GoPro 2 or something like that. The GoPro, I could still see the BBs,
Right.
popping out of
Did
there.
you have that helmet POV?
On that? Yeah, on the helmet POV.
you couldn't
see crap.
Couldn't see it. Yeah, the video
So-
that Jason sent, I was like, oh, it's cool. Like it was fun, but
Like you
it
knew I hit
seemed-
the guy or whatever.
but it was like far
Yeah.
away, and
It
you
just
couldn't
didn't
really
work.
see anything. But then when we watched, I mean, mine was a Hero. What was it?
4 or something
Four.
like that.
I mean, old school. Dude,
Still
you
clean.
could
You still see the
still
BBs
clean,
flying
still
out.
see the
Yeah.
BBs flying out. So it was like, oh, it's plenty.
I would be very interested because RunCam, they make 2 products that I'd be interested in checking out. One is the RunCam scope cam that goes on your barrel,
Okay.
and the other is the helmet cam.
Well, and there's the one that has like the
It has a
wire.
little,
It looks like a light for like a helmet.
yes.
Like
So you can go Velcro, or you can use an attachment to go on your fast rail, and then it has a clip that you can clip the camera in, but
so
it's
it's
on
not
a
moving so
it's
much.
on a flexi mount.
Mhm.
I'd be very interested to run those 2, but between those 2 cameras, you're $600-700
And
bucks.
where are
into
you?
cameras.
Yeah, like how are you
Yeah.
protecting that? Also,
Right. I mean, it's a small,
Smaller lens.
which means a smaller sensor. So then, am I going to have issue?
And I do think a lot of the stuff that I've been watching, they're not getting shot as much as we're not that we're bad that we're
A
getting
lot
shot.
of
It's
what
just-
we're seeing-
it's super. We're doing super close range with
Right.
a bunch of people. I mean, you're getting shot a bunch.
And what we're
I don't care
seeing
how good you
is
are.
milsim
We're
from
seeing
distance.
from distance, where it's harder shooting. You're gonna get hit a couple times a day. Where we're getting. I mean, shoot, there are times when I'm like bum rushing everybody. I'm getting shot 10 times a game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and
And
by
there's
multiple BBs.
5-6 games
You know,
a day.
and you're getting shot at 5 feet and less a lot, you know, or 10 feet or whatever. Like you're getting some close stuff, you know, whatever. So anyway, it's different, right?
But if somebody knows something better than we do, man, I'd love to hear it, because I hate the trial and error on things that you
that costs some money.
that
and
cost
costs-
money. Yeah, I'd rather
time.
I'll
Like, we're
I'll buy
wasting
once.
time.
Yeah, I'll buy once, cry once.
if we
it's
know.
if it's the right
Right.
exact set.
Yeah, I'm fine with spending like, hey, it's gonna be $700 for these cameras. Okay, whatever.
But they're also going to
find
last.
Yeah, I know they're gonna do quality video. They're gonna be.
Just do what you
They're
want.
gonna last, and they're versus. All right, well, I broke one GoPro. Let's try another one.
Right.
And then, oh, I broke that
Or I
one.
got
Let's
this-
buy another one.
Let's find a different GoPro case. Let's find the
Yeah.
one that says, highest ballistic rating.
Yeah, impact rating or whatever. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't when I was looking, because there was a waterproof case for the GoPro that was like $9 on Amazon. But then I was like, that can't be
Right.
that solid.
And that's the one thing we all know is you get what you pay for,
Right.
for the most part. So I
But
think the case I'm
Where
running.
is that line? And that is something I want to talk about in the gear reviews that we do. Where there is that line where, you can buy the cheap stuff and it's really not that big a deal. Like
Right.
it's not that bad. Like
Yeah, there are some things that
for
you
the most
just
part,
don't need.
no one will ever know.
Yeah.
And maybe yourself included. I mean, I have a handful of things that I got that are super cheap. And I'm like, dude, this does everything I needed to do. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, pick a section of our,
Yeah.
of
Well, why
our
don't we
podcast
why don't
out
we
to
come
do
up with
that.
something now that we're going to talk about next week, so that people watching now can say, "Oh, okay, I definitely want to."
I'd like to figure this camera thing out.
So cameras.
So
So this week we'll all dig in and see if we can find
do some more
what we
research
think
and
is the best. And
maybe we'll get some viewers that are like, hey man, I do this since
yeah,
the problem is you get a lot of people think they know.
everybody knows.
Oh yeah, this is like, well, how much have you played? Are you playing 2 days a week? Are you getting shot? And that camera getting hit a lot? Like, I mean, is it the same?
What we can also do is look around at the other guys at the field wearing cameras, and let's get some reaction from them. Let's
most of them
ask
are
them,
GoPros.
do you like this? Is this the
Right.
best thing you found?
Right.
Because there's other people out there like us who have adult money that are willing to spend it for the right reason. And so let's ask around this week. I mean, we're gonna play Sunday.
We're playing Sunday.
Let's look around
anyway,
for people with cameras and
Worth a shot to ask.
open up our little tiny circle that we sit in, and explore out, and just say, hey, how?
It's just a tiny circle because that's where the shade is.
Under the one tree.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of that, I was gonna grab that canopy out of the camper.
I was gonna grab a weed whacker.
Oh, to get
The
the weeds.
weeds underneath that table.
Jason, as soon as we get over here,
Crazy.
Jason's like, "Hey, we're sitting right here." I was like, "Dude, the weeds are growing up over the tree." He's like, "I don't care. The shade's right here."
Which is so weird because
I started
He's
pulling
like-
weeds.
He's down there pulling weeds before we even get started. I'm like, dude,
For him to
it's
be
fine.
anywhere near weeds growing
This is part of my job.
like an
I
act
hate
of
weeds.
Congress.
I know.
all right. So cameras. This week is cameras.
Cameras.
Okay.
I'm
think
going to ask 2 or 3 people that have cameras on why they use it, if they like it, would they upgrade if they had the funds to something different.
what would they get?
Yeah, let's find out. Or if you guys, if there's something you know that is better.
No, I don't.
No,
but
I
that's
mean
the-
those guys.
Oh, those guys, those people. I think. I don't know. I guess. I mean, GoPro has always been great, and other cameras been great, but the problem is we've never shot each other.
Right.
We're not shooting each other. Like it was GoProing for, hog stuff. Like it's just stationary.
Everything was going
It's-
that way.
Yeah, nothing's coming back
Yeah.
at you.
What
at
about?
a high speed?
I did kind of cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good.
What about like buying like? If we could even pick on a camera, we'll just say GoPro because there's a lot of options for that.
For sure.
And it comes down to the case. So maybe we just literally go on Amazon. We buy 5 different freaking cases from 5 different companies. We set that sucker
shoot
up
'em?
and I'll just mow it with
So
the
whose
HPA.
GoPro are you shooting?
So we're-
No, it doesn't have to be a camera in it. We
No.
can just shoot the shoot the case.
No, you need the camera.
You
in
have
it.
to, because that was the problem with the Hero 4.
it didn't break the case?
No, it did not break the lens.
But I think it would with a hard case, with a
No.
softer
So
plastic.
we'll
It's gonna.
He's got He's got a GoPro that's already.
It's already broke.
Yeah, but
So
they
we
don't all
stuffed
fit
that
in the
in the
same
machine.
cases. The new one I just got has a square lens, and that other one has a round lens.
So I'm not looking at anything under a GoPro 9.
I just bought a 9 today.
9 and above, all 9 to 13 all has the same case, same style.
Oh, okay.
So we can use all of that.
I think it was the actual because the plastic. I'll
You're
bring
saying the
case,
BB hit the plastic pushed back,
and hit the lens.
So there's
And
enough flex.
There was enough flex that bent the lens, hit the
With
force
that case,
with
I
that
just-
case.
The,
That's
the
what-
waterproof ones are so rigid, though. I just don't
know.
think they're gonna flex like that.
So did I. I even like tapped on the, and then if you put your finger in between, and I was like, wow, that's
flex
thick.
and flex.
And I grabbed my knife, and I was like, all right, I think this is nope, and it broke, and it broke the lens. So
Okay.
this is our mission.
and who's the company out there? Airsoft is huge.
Yeah,
It's a multi-billion-dollar.
Make a ballistic rated freaking
somebody
case.
go. All right.
Yeah, I'll pay $50 for it.
yeah. I'll pay.
Yeah. If I have to pay,
$50, I'll pay $100
yeah,
for
if I
a
have to
case
pay
if I have
$100
to.
once,
Yeah.
A done deal.
and I can run my GoPro all the time and
Yep.
know that I'm going to have a GoPro at the end of the day.
Like we need the Z27 rating. Or
Yeah.
Z87.
Z87
yeah.
is that what it is?
Z87 rating, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
You
goggles.
can't break this case. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that.
I mean, I
would
looked at
spend whatever it costs. to
my
get
buddy
one.
Cam shot a video in his cave diving series
Yeah.
with that DJI Action 5 or whatever.
Right.
It is.
Oh, it was,
Some of the most beautiful. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
and
incredible.
what people don't understand is like underwater video is never that great, but it was clean. Like
It
you
was
could
clear.
see everything, and I was like, oh,
You could
maybe
see,
I'm
like,
going to
the
go with
dots
this.
and the bubbles and like the
Yeah, you could see everything.
all like the residue in the water floating around, like the moth.
Yeah, you
like
could see
you
everything.
could see everything
That would be
perfectly
awesome.
clear.
And then I'm like, all right, well, maybe that's the camera. And it's a $400 camera.
Yeah.
But if there's not a case that's going to protect it, it's just
Doesn't
going to be
matter
the
anyway.
same thing.
Right.
Yeah,
So it really comes down to the case for some type of lens that's either smaller or some
Yeah, but
type
if
of
you
ballistic rating.
if you have a menu on the front of your camera,
Yeah.
now you got the whole front
Yeah.
of your camera is in jeopardy.
yeah. And I looked at that Hero 9 from that Jason just got.
It has a screen
And-
on front and back.
Dude, it has a screen on the front and the back, and the back screen is a big LCD.
But that's going
screen.
to go against my helmet.
But he said that one's going
Yeah,
on his top.
that's how I'm going to run mine, POV front.
But that's the thing too, is if I run a GoPro Hero 9 on the front of my
You
barrel,
can't do, there's no way. You'd have to do something else.
yeah. So now,
So I'm going to run. Right now, my
Well, you'll have-
idea
yeah.
is I'm going to run a rear facing GoPro off my barrel so it shoots back at me to kind of get the reaction shots.
which is fine, but that screen's facing towards
No,
everybody.
but I'm going to run a shitty, like I have an old Hero 3 or Hero 4
okay.
that has no screen on the back, and I'm putting it in a black hard case. So I'm hoping that if it gets shot in the back, it's not
And I
going
think those
to
old
matter.
ones, the batteries in the back of those
Yeah.
old
Yeah,
ones.
the battery's in the back.
Yeah.
That's not as bad.
So we'll
Blow
see.
up a-
I mean, it,
As bad.
it could also save me from
Maybe.
getting shot a few times.
Little shield up there.
Gun hit.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Gun
gun
hit.
hit, gun hit,
Yeah.
camera hit.
So
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going to test this week.
okay.
If I have broken cameras, we'll have them here and show you guys.
Have pieces.
Yeah, but
Hopefully not.
It didn't work.
And we just turned in some video. So
yeah, it's coming. Kay Miller's got it. She's
gonna get after it. Hopefully.
we brought another
See some
editor
cool
on
stuff.
for podcast stuff, which is really good. Matthew's jumped in and he's editing some podcast stuff, which is going to help. I'm probably gonna have to jump in and help weed through some video for her too, and kind of timeline some stuff. But
Right.
she's so good that it's hard to not.
Yeah, and she probably still knows like what looks good. Because I was curious,
That's the thing.
like because there's like some movements. I was like, ooh, that looked awesome, but it wasn't super dramatic. But guys that know, they'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, hey, that was fluid, or like, you transition from your rifle to your pistol, and it just like was super smooth. Like, hey, that's the crap I want.
Well,
in the
and she
video.
spent years filming me do
yeah
all
fumbling
of-
around and looking like a complete jackwagon. So. Just kidding.
I don't know. I did some cool shit
and,
too.
she,
No.
and she made you look good.
I
so
mean-
damn, she must be
Yeah,
really
I mean,
good.
she looks
Yeah.
through through video the same way she does through her lens when she's filming, and she's always looking for the good shot.
Yeah, the angle of
And it's
it.
not like she's never edited combat style videos.
Right,
So
right.
she's much better than
Used
I
to
am.
finding the best angle,
Mhm.
especially when she's like taking pictures of you naked.
We do
It's all about the angle.
We do have a Discord. There's a link in the description, guys. You can go ahead and join that. There's a full public section. Our YouTube channel is going to be up this week, so there will also be a member section where YouTube members can have their own private chat. We're going to teach Jason what Discord is.
I will figure it out.
I've heard. I've sent you an invite.
Did you get in
No.
on it?
No,
Dude, what are
No.
you doing?
not
You know who's in? You know who's
working
in
on videos.
our Discord? Me, Scott, and Justin.
Woof, it's happening. I need to jump on that.
As far as like all out boys. But I'm not trying to push it out public until we're like all in there and interactive.
So you have been holding up the train.
You and young Nathan.
Okay, and he's into all that.
I know. I thought he'd be the first one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't.
Okay. I have to download like an app thing. Or
Yeah,
whatever?
Discord. It's
Discord. Dude, it's very easy. It was step by step what Trevor
I'm
texted us
just kidding.
to do.
I can figure it out.
I'm sure
Fine.
you could. I'm sure.
Fine. I'll get it. I'll
so
get
join
it.
the Discord.
I'll
you
do it
guys.
this week.
And that way we can put blurbs up there. We can put questions.
Yeah, and people can answer what freaking camera we should be
Right.
running.
Or we can take suggestions on gear stuff that they want us to talk about. Also, if you're an airsoft gear company out there and you want us to test your product and run it in real scenarios in airsoft games and come back and give you a true and honest review.
And that's what and I think that's what I think the gear review from us would be so good because, you know, even though we are all friends and we agree about a lot of things, there's a lot of things we don't, and we have information to back that up. And
Yeah,
that's the other thing is you will not get regurgitated crap from this group.
No, like you will not.
No.
If I don't know, I will say, hey, I don't know. I heard this.
I will
I
go and
heard
check
that.
this out. Yeah.
But if I say this works, I will have 10 reasons
Why?
to say why
works.
this freaking
Or
works.
why it doesn't.
Or why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it may be for me, you know, hey, this is the only way to go. And you'd be like, dude, no way. I am not doing that.
We all have different setups
So
and we all have things that the other ones are like,
why are you doing that?
yeah.
Why?
Like your need to stick with a shoulder mic.
I'm not. I got new ones.
I know, but I'm saying you
Yeah. I
you
was pretty
wanted that to
adamant.
happen.
Yeah. I tried to
so
force
bad.
I tried to will it to happen and it did not will.
And
very
you
well.
you learned how expensive it is to buy nine things to figure it out.
Yeah. It just didn't work.
I run a full mask. You guys look at me when I put it on like I have 3 heads.
So, but that's what we'll give good
Yeah.
good reviews on stuff because there will be multiple
Mag
sides.
pouches. None of us agree on those.
None of us agree on those.
We all run different stuff.
I have really good points when we get to that.
You
one,
don't.
Just wait.
I've got a list.
And don't even get Jason started on comms.
That's
boy.
what we were just talking about.
Shoulder mic.
it's-
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That'll be, let's just sweep
We're
that
actually
one under
all
the
going to
rug.
end up with the same comms, so there actually won't be much to talk about.
And it's really not that important because Jason doesn't even crack his mic the entire round.
It's because it doesn't work most of the I'm like telling you guys all this stuff. He's like, man, you don't ever use it. I'm like,
we came back to spawn. He's like, did you not hear me?
I
And we're
told
like,
you.
No.
What? No. Did you? He goes, I don't know what's wrong with this stupid thing. He's like, it's not working.
Scott and I have identical comm setups.
Yeah.
We can talk to each other all day long.
I know.
Never a problem.
I have that one now. I will have the red crap on Sunday.
Programmed everybody's radios.
I will push
There's
my
no
button.
reason.
I will make sure I talk to everybody.
I did actually when we played in Erie. I messed. You had everybody's radio set up, and I must have, hit something or pushed a button somewhere. I got it figured out now that we're on Fox 2, but it was when I tried to do the tuck and roll thing out of the way when I was getting shot at. Pulled a muscle in my
Pulled some
stomach
fat.
and my muscle fat and God, and it hit something on the radio because I must have laid back on it, but I got it figured out now. But yeah, we're good. Our mics are good.
I hear
Our
it.
stuff works.
I hear fine.
But
All right. Well,
Jason.
I'm on the page now.
figure out your shit.
I got it. I
We
ordered
have
him.
to. We get to drag Justin into the.
Yeah, he's
like
still
new-
on just
He's
like the
on the
earpiece.
earpiece.
It's like
FBI man
super
just
FBI mode.
he just wants the
He's like,
earpiece.
the eagle has landed.
Yeah.
There we go.
And nobody
He needs to be
hears
wearing
him.
a suit.
Yeah.
John Wick that a little bit.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I think that's
Good enough for today.
well, it's like an hour and 50 minutes.
Good enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's good enough.
All right. So give us some gear reviews that you want us to see. If you're a gear company, send us a message and let's
Yeah, even
review
a
your
message,
product.
even like, hey man, even if you're not gonna send it, we would love to try out your stuff. But even if it's just like, hey, like this is
What do you guys think of
this
this?
is rated for this, like this is gonna
Mhm.
work, whatever.
We'll test it.
100% we will test
And
it.
we don't intentionally try to damage things, but we are going to be work hard on things.
We are
It has to be functional.
yeah,
It has to
definitely.
work.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
Because we're rough on stuff, but we actually are
We care about
rough
it.
because
Yeah.
we're using it.
Yeah, don't say yes, it will work in this application if there's no wind, no one ever shoots at you. You're standing within 3 feet of each other. You know, I want to know it works.
Yeah.
It works. It works. It works. And if you got a question about your product, we'll find out.
We'll test it.
Anything
Sounds
else?
good. Nope.
I'm good.
I think that's
I'm
it.
hungry.
Me too. I'm
All right,
hungry.
it's time to go eat. I think that's how we end everything. Like, all right, let's go eat. That's our call outside. Okay, time to eat lunch.
Let's go eat.
Yeah, let's go eat.
All right.
Okay, guys.
All right. See you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
See you later.